Oh snap, what is good? It's your auntie's favorite, Jones the Great, back at it again with yet another podcast. We are on episode 5 now, bro. I can't believe that. So for 5 consistent weeks, I've been dropping these Generation Genius podcasts on you guys every single week, and we're back with another one. I am currently chilling at the crib. It's Sunday. I'm about to eat some bomb food, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I would just like to touch on some things from last week and touch on some new things I've been thinking about this week. So last week I had talked about, how this is a great time as a creative during coronavirus to be creating and doing whatever you want to do. But this week, I think I want to touch on vision. I think I want to just touch on having a vision for your life. And I'm not talking about that's so Raven, you see into the future. But I think I want to talk about having the confidence to know that your vision is going to succeed. And when I say that to say having a vision is probably the most important part of being driven as a human being. And this goes beyond being a creative. And I feel like you have to have a vision that gets you up every morning, and you have to have the drive. So vision and drive is definitely something I want to touch on. Let's touch on vision first, and then we'll touch on drive. So with a vision, right? Let's go to the definition of what a vision is, just so we're clear on what a vision is, just definition wise. So vision, vision definition. Vision definition. Vision, the faculty of stay or being able to see. 2, the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So that's literally what a vision is. So I like that. The number 2, the ability to think about or plan the future with imagination or wisdom. So in order for you to have a vision, your imagination has to be powerful. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have a great insight. And a great way for anybody to build imagination is, as far as having a vision goes, for you to have a great vision, you have to have imagination. Is what I've learned from some of the greatest people to do it. Like Steve Jobs, for example. I know Steve Jobs comes up in everything, but Steve Jobs knew what he wanted to create, and he knew why he wanted to create it. So he created something that was from a vision. Like he saw insight. He wanted to make the home computer dope, and he did that. Another great example, Diddy, when he built Bad Boy Records. Diddy knew what he saw in each of his artists, and Diddy built out Bad Boy to what it is, or what it was at the time. Like, come on, Mark Zuckerberg knew what he wanted to do with Facebook. He did it. LeBron knew that he wanted to be the best. You guys can argue with me about LeBron, but come on, bro, top. He's in the tops. He's a great. But I say that to say that your vision has to be solid and airtight. Like, you can't deter away from it. Like, if you have a vision, bro, like, let that bad boy rock. You know what I'm saying? You can't deter away from your vision, because that's your imagination. And part of having a great imagination is not letting the wrong things inside. You can't let the wrong things inside. Pause. Super pause. But you have to be eternalizing and taking in good things. Like, if, for example, for me, like, my imagination is insane, bro. Like, the way I think and operate is on a level where it's like, no matter what you say to me, you can't deter me away from my vision. Like, no matter what you say, I could be the worst. I could be the worst anything in the world. But if I feel like I'm gonna be the hottest NBA player in the game, if that was really set in stone and that was what was my goal, you're not getting me away from that, bro. Like, that's my vision. That's what I want for my life. So it's like, I got you. The big part of I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I listen to a lot of music. Like, sonically, I'm paying attention, and lyrically, I'm paying attention. Concept, I'm paying attention. So for me, my imagination grows every time and every single day. Every time I read another book, hear another podcast, and I read the right things too. You know what I'm saying? I don't read too many self-help books. I read a lot of, like, Game of Thrones. I read Dune a couple months back. That's a sci-fi novel. What else? Hold up. Let me look behind my bookshelf. American Gods by Neil Gaiman is another great book, and those expand my imagination. Like, they make me think. They get my gears turning. And it's not even about reading about business and how to be a millionaire. I know that that's gonna come. with dedication to my craft, but I feel like the money isn't what drives me. I think that not having to work a regular job and being able to have fun and do my own thing, no matter how much money that is, it's gonna be a million, no life flex. But no matter how much money that is, I feel like my imagination always pushes me forward every single day, and I'm creating my own world. That's another thing you have to do. Hold up, you have to create the worlds you want to be in, and I feel like that's definitely something I learned from an artist or two, like how Travis Scott creates his own world on stage. Where like Travis Scott is the only person that can do what he does. How like when you're watching like a Missy Elliott back in the day, you were stepping in her world, or like how Childish Gambino, aka Donald Glover, does it. It's like where you're literally just stepping in his world. So I always feel like definitely after imagination, it's like okay, you have the imagination in. What do you want to do after that? First, get the imagination and the vision, and then after that, start building the world you see yourself living in. You know what I'm saying? Uh, like you already got it, bro. You already got it. Like it's already done. You got the vision, you got the imagination. Now comes the drive. How do you go about having the drive to do what you want to do? And the drive, it's like a weird cycle. It's like okay, boom at the top. You have your vision. Okay, done. My vision's set in stone. After your vision, imagination. Boom, your imagination's there. You already have all the ideas. Boop, 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 boop. They keep popping up from every book you watch, every show you watch. That's another thing I forgot before I go on. TV shows. I watch a lot of anime. That's my thing. I don't know why. I watch a lot of sci-fi. I like some horror movies depending on what they are. I like some romance. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big comedy guy though. I just get a lot of weird quirks and ideas from TV. So that's another great way to build out your imagination. Watch things that inspire you. Definitely get into things that inspire you. You'll never find inspiration in things that don't inspire you, bro. And I feel like sometimes you can take your recommendations on inspirational books and TV shows that are not. But if you're not into it, you're not into it. Like one show I've not gotten into, two shows I haven't gotten into. I've not gotten into Shameless. I've not ever seen an episode of Shameless. Not that I don't want to. It's just that the hype is the hype, and I tend to not watch things that are hyped up. Not on purpose. I just tend to in the past, people have recommended things to me, and I've watched them, and I've been like, bro, why would you recommend me this just garbage? But not Shameless, though. Shameless is a great show I have to get into. Walking Dead is another great show I have to get into. But I said that to say, don't let outside talking interfere with what you're doing in your world. Like, don't let the outside break your world, bro. That's based on what I'm saying. And not to knock those shows, I'm just saying, though, sometimes recommendations from people can end up deterring you away from the vision that you originally had, or that vision, on the other side of that vision is your $1 million or your $1 million idea or something that could save or change your life. So all I'm saying is, when it comes to people taking recommendations, comes to people giving you recommendations on how to run your life, definitely tread on those lightly. Definitely take criticism though. I'm not saying criticism is ever bad, even though you have to. It's a hard pill to swallow sometimes. But definitely take criticism. But don't let if it's like criticism that's like somebody's like clacking your sword. Definitely take the criticism and recommendations, but don't let that deter you away from what you want to do, no matter what. You have to keep telling yourself that even if something really, really gets you, that somebody says like, that business ain't gonna work. I don't know if that's a vision for your life. It's like, first, let's go back. Don't even give people your vision in the first place. That's number one where you have to start, bro. Stop telling every single person or your homies that this is the vision for your life. Because I've learned that for me, I can't tell you my vision because you will never ever understand it. And even if you see what I'm doing and you don't disagree with it, so be it. I know exactly where I want to go and I know exactly where I'm going. So as long as God knows my plan and no, for real, let's just start there. As long as God knows my plan and it's working and in God's eyes I'm doing things correctly onto him, I could give a dang about what anybody else thinks of my vision, bro. I mean, I guess because I'm grown too. But nah, bro. Like, if that's your vision, that's your imagination, and you know for a fact in your heart, you're listening to your gut, like, yo, this is going to work. Please do not listen to whack ass people tell you it's not gonna work. Because, bro, people are whack. Like, let's just be real. Like, people are whack. I am sure if you have not been working and you're at that job and you're around those people you dislike, and your job is just recently said, yo, we gotta close the doors, I am sure you're much, much happier in your own comfortability, in your own zone, in your own crib. Frankly, because you got rid of those people, or you didn't get rid of those people, your job got rid of those people, bro. Because, yo, people have a weird way. Your quote unquote friends have a weird way of knocking down your dreams. And sometimes I don't mean to do it. It's just, yo, people are white. So I've learned just not to give my vision away to anybody. Like I'm glad, yo, be happy people don't understand and see where you're going in your direction, because it's not for them anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, where you're going, and if you feel like as a creative or as a person, as a scholar, whatever you want to do, if you know that you're on the right path, do not ever take second opinions from people that don't understand your path. That is the wackest thing you could ever do, bro. Like, do you know how many talented and amazing people are held back because they listen to everybody else? Like, bro, there's so many examples of like people that did not listen to other people's paths and them and they work. I was watching David Derbrick, and no offense to his parents at all. Like, I'm sure they're great people. But it's just like the classic story of, we want you to go to college, have a regular job, blah blah blah. And then he was like, nah, bro, I want to be a creative. And now look at him, dude's killing. He's like one of the top on YouTube. So again, like, imagine if you didn't follow his vision, and how many people would be. Imagine how many kids and everybody else is inspired by him, including me. So I feel like that's just one example where it's like, bro, like, you have to follow your path. You have to listen to your gut. Whatever your gut feeling is telling you, always right. Like, your gut feeling. Listen to your gut, pray, and if your talent and everything you're good at aligns with the vision you want to be on, just go for it, bro. Like, just get that imagination and that drive. Your imagination will power. Hello? Hello? Technical difficulties. But your imagination will power your drive, bro. And that is all I have to say. I don't want to go on a crazy tangent and a rant. But yeah, so vision, imagination. What's after that? Vision, imagination, and then drive. That's cycle. Everything will drive the other. That's a big cycle. So anyway, make sure you guys remember that. Vision, imagination, and then drive. It's a huge cycle. Thank you guys so much for listening to me rant and go on a tangent about everything. It's been your boy, Jones the Great, aka Auntie's Favorite. Make sure you like the podcast. If you're listening to it, go watch it live. And if you're watching it on YouTube, go listen to it. I drop every single Sunday, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.